woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on Spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Steve Fowler.
Stevie!
I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Spirit.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, indeed.
Hallelujah.
Yes, indeed.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Here he comes.
Hallelujah. 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 All right. Good morning, CSL Simi Valley.
Morning.
Bless hallelujah, bless hallelujah, bless hallelujah. Hey, I got a question for you. How was your week of love, 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 love? How'd it go? Did you love people up all week? It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's awful fun. It's a lot of fun. Let's see. What other changes are happening around here? Oh, yeah. So, we got the concert coming up next week. We're going to start celebrating. We've already started celebrating Dr. Susan. If you haven't filled out your heart yet, Kathy Burt. Oh, Darlene has it? Okay. See Darlene after service to fill out your heart of love that we'll be giving to Dr. Susan next week after the service. Got all kinds of great things happening with regards to that. And have an announcement to make for you. We're going to have a new person in the office as our office administrator. I'd like to introduce you to our new administrator, Joe LaSalle. You already know him. It's not like you had to be introduced to him, but we're so happy that he's going to step into that role. He's already been shadowing Dr. Susan for a couple of weeks, and you're rocking it, dude. We're really excited to have you.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Sue.
Yeah. Ray, good to have you here. Always love to see this man in the house because there's great music coming up. A wonderful service in store for us, a lot of activities. Oh, about the concert for next week. It gets a little sunny out there in the afternoon on the parking lot. So what we want to do is maybe have a couple of extra pop-ups. Anybody got a pop-up that you're not using next weekend? You know what I'm talking about, those little pop-up shades? We could use like 1 or 2 more. We have 3, but we'd like to have like 4 or 5 out there so we can make sure that all of us are protected from the sun and who knows what. Put rocks in your pockets for the other part. For the wind, because it's steamy, right? In the afternoon, it gets a little windy. So we're really excited about that. That's one of the ways that we're going to begin to put back into practice the community activity that just happens here at the center all the time, and only now has been happening on Sundays with you coming back here. And we're really grateful for all of you that are watching on YouTube, Facebook, and the cslcme.org website. And we welcome you right back here. We have plenty of seats for you, but we also understand how comfortable it is to be sitting in bed watching this without your PJs. We ain't mad at you, but we do miss you. So come on down, right? Yeah, right. All of that is a part of how we put our vision and our mission statement into action, and this is it right here on the screen. Let's do it together this morning, right now. We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here. And here's what we do. Bringing somebody else back home to the center. I want to introduce you back to Karen Batten, who's now a practitioner.
Well, thank you. So, how's everybody today?
Yay, great.
Okay, great. I will start you in with a treatment. I invite you to join me in the stillness. In the stillness that is eternally here. Where the essence of all things is peace and joy and harmony. There is only one essence. It is whole and complete. And it fills, it immerses, it submerges everything in existence. There is nothing else. And this beautiful, this loving essence is here right at this instant, expressing as everyone in this sanctuary, expressing as everyone driving by, everyone in the universe, everything. There isn't anything else but presence. So that means that this sanctuary, this service, this message, these people, everything is sacred. And the sanctity of this service, of these people, is always being expressed. And therefore, I know that this service is blessed. This service is perfect. This service is beautiful. And I celebrate it. I celebrate the beauty of this service. And I am so grateful for everyone who made this possible. Knowing my word is true, I release it into law. And it is already done. And so it is.
And so it is.
Sing.
How can I serve today, sweet spirit? How can I serve today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. Who needs my love today, sweet spirit? Who needs my love today, oh Lord? Speak in ways that I will understand. Where you lead me, I will follow. Where you lead me, I will go. How can I serve today? How can I serve today? How can I serve today? Who needs my love today? Sweet spirit.
So the affirmation today is, I live triumphantly through living authentically, and I like me. Let's say it together. I live triumphantly through living authentically, and I like me. So the reading today is from Brené Brown's Daring Greatly. Vulnerability isn't good or bad. It's not what we call a dark emotion, nor is it a light, positive experience. Vulnerability is the core of all emotions and feelings. To feel is to be vulnerable. To believe vulnerability is weakness is to believe that feeling is weakness. To foreclose on our emotional life out of fear that the cost will be too high is to walk away from the very thing that gives purpose and meaning to living. But vulnerability is also the cradle of emotions and experiences that we crave. Vulnerability is the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, and creativity. It is the source of hope, empathy, accounting, and authenticity. If we want greater clarity in our purpose or deeper and meaningful spiritual lives, vulnerability is the path.
Thank you. So as Reverend Stephen said, we are blessed today to have our buddy, our brother, Ray Davis in the house. Come on up. Haven't you heard? It's Ray.
Good morning, CSL Simi Valley. Y'all good? Everybody all right? Yeah, you look cute. Okay, yeah. So it is my joy to be here. Yeah, this is a good song. I want to give you a little bit of the lyric. It's kind of important. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. I know sometimes it's hard for you to clearly see just how you're gonna keep it together. Your obligations and responsibilities, how you gonna make them end? How you gonna make it one more time? But now let's hear the truth of it. You are much, much more than this. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. Oh yes you are. I know sometimes it's hard to hold your head up high and show the world you've got it together. You think of things that make you wanna run and hide. Who would love you if they knew who you're? Who could you trust to understand? But now let's hear the truth of it. You are loved much more than this. Haven't you heard? Oh, haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're not the things that you've done. You're not the words that you said, or the heartache that you're going through. Oh, you bright of the sun, you are the glow of the moon, and in your presence the things that seem dark fade away. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you there's no darkness. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, the word. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? In you. Oh, haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the bread, you're the wine, Lord. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard? You're the light of the universe. You're the light lighting up the world. Haven't you heard? Haven't you heard?
Yeah, you can call him Ray.
Wow, beautiful. It's time for the God awareness place now. The God awareness place is that place between the in-breath and the out-breath. It gives us a chance to check in with ourselves. So close your eyes or open them, whatever you're comfortable with, and you'll be brought out of it in a few minutes with music.
darkness. I am in the light. See me if you can. Everywhere I am.
I know many of you are daily meditators, but if you don't have a practice, I invite you to consider making meditation a part of your practice.
Thank you, Karen. All right, Ray, come on back up. Yeah. A little solo number by the man.
I need your help. Column A or column B?
Okay.
How many for A? How many for B?
B.
Thank you. Sunlight falling warm around your head, bright light calling, time to rise from bed. After all that you've been through, your sweet dreams calling. Wake up, rise up, breathe it in. Wake up, rise up, you will see life is more than misery. It's all right now. Looks like you made it somehow. It's all right now. Move on. You need not mention all the webs you spun. No invention can undo what's done. Guilt can only weigh you down if you let it hang around. Wake up, rise up, breathe it in. You can start all over again. It's all right now. Looks like you made it somehow, and it's all right now. Give into this epiphany. Let your soul sing a symphony. Sing against darker destinies. Let it all go. Why not give yourself another chance to live and to love beyond your circumstance? Get up, stand up, and join the dance. And let it all go. Just let it all go. Just let it go, 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 let it go. And just move on. all right now. Looks like you made it somehow. It's all right now, now. It's all right now. Looks like you made it somehow. It's all right now, now. Move on. It's all right now. It's all right now. You can sing this with me if you like. It's all right now. It's all right now. It's all right now. No matter what you're going through, it's all right. It's all right now. No matter what they said about you, it's all right. It's all right now. It's all right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right.
Yes, yes, yes. You know, there are times, and if I had known what song you're going to do, there are times when applause are sweet, but there's something in the silence of receiving a song like that. Could you just do the last It's All Right, and just receive it and hold that space for just a minute? Let's do that.
It's all right now. It's all right now. It's all right now. Don't worry, don't worry.
Don't worry.
It's all right. It's all right now. Just live what you know you will. It's all right. It's all right now. Don't worry. It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right now.
Right now, everything is all right. When the winds of change, when the trials and tribulations are blowing your way, stop where you are and know that right now, everything is all right. It's all right now. Wow. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Wow. Vulnerable victory. Feels almost like an oxymoron. That I can be victorious through my vulnerability. But as Karen told us, and as Brene Brown has taught us, as we discover from the ancients, it's actually true. If we can get into that vulnerable space, which for many of us, me included, big time, got a big poster, vulnerability, not me. It's hard to get there. But when we can get there, there's something magical, something mystical. But it's those darn appearances, the appearances get in the way. I think that's why they said, do not judge by appearances, because appearances get in the way of the vulnerability. I remember when I was given my chance to explore another avenue of profession, called getting fired from KCBS. I thought, well, what's next? Because I even went to the bosses. I said, well, you know me to do weather. I could be a reporter. No, you're a weatherman. Well, I could do editing. I did film editing. No, you're a weatherman. They saw me a certain way, and that wasn't the way they wanted to see me anymore. And then I was left in this undefined space. Many of us get into that undefined space. But you know, the thing about the undefined space, we're wondering what's going to happen next. Where do I go next? The thing to remember is, it's all right now. That in the end, when I can get curious, wholeness still exists. Possibilities still exist. Magical happenings still exist. The wholeness of life still exists in the undefined moments, but we must get vulnerable and step into those moments in order to experience that wholeness, in order to enjoy that curiosity and that exploration. But then fear rises up, and you just want to run. You want to say, fear, you are number one, you know what I mean, everything, and run. But that's not it. It's face everything and rejoice. It's to explore our childlike nature and to step into, not to conquer the fear, but to explore the fear. Dive in a little bit deeper into the fear. You see, what happens so often is that when we're looking at a situation, the eyes, you see, the situation, sight doesn't have language. Sight does not have words. It can read words, but sight doesn't tell you what the words say. The mind does that. The eyes rely on the mind to tell them what's going on. The eyes rely on the mind to make sense of things. This is why they say, do not judge by appearances, because the appearances are going to tell you something that the mind is going to interpret from the baggage that we've been carrying around with us sometimes. That's why we go to our practitioners. We use the memorabilia that we have collected throughout our lives to say, in the face of those scary moments. Instead of going to the possibilities, instead of going to the curiosity, instead of going to the exploration, we run from it. But if we can close our eyes, we can open our hearts and get a different kind of thing happening. In that time of transition that I was speaking about earlier, I closed my eyes in prayer, because I was a practitioner already and I was doing science of mind by that time. I thought to myself, no, I checked that. Take that back. I was not a practitioner then. I had not practiced science of mind at that point. That's why this was such an amazing experience now that I think back on it. I sat in my backyard in my grandfather's rocking chair and I closed my eyes and I was like, what am I going to do with myself? And about that time, the wind started blowing and I have this queen palm in my backyard and one of the fronds fell off the tree, and if you see the queen palms, they have that hard piece that hangs off the bottom that looks kind of leathery, and something said to me, that could be molded into something. So I created this thing called a palm pot. I wetted it, I got it wet and soaked it, and then I shaped it into a planter. And I created these planters, these pots, these trash cans, all this kind of stuff. And I called my best friend that I've known since I was like 13, and I said, only friend I still have in life that I've known since I was 13 because I moved so much, it was hard to keep up with people. I said, Barry, take a look at these. I think I can sell these and make some money. He goes, I don't know, dude, that's just like a palm tree thing. You were a weatherman. You're gonna give like $5 or something for that? How are you gonna make a living doing that? But I went to that space. I went to that vulnerable space. I said, to hell with Barry. I could do this. Called my mom. I said, I got this idea. I sent her a couple pictures of them. She says, oh, looking interesting. Interesting. Right? God, why do you just say they look terrible? Those look interesting. But hey, I'm in this art fair this weekend. Why don't you come up to Oakland and see if you can sell a few of them? I went up to Oakland, I sold all of them. And for like $75 and $80. Because I walked around the art fair. I was ready to sell them for $10 or $15. And I walked around the art fair, and everybody there was selling stuff for like $100, $200, art stuff I would never pay $200 for. And I was like, damn, I should probably raise my prices. So I marked everything up, you know, and everything sold. I probably left some money on the table. See, this somatic therapist, her name is Cez Christensen, says that to become an apprentice of the heart, you have to close your eyes. Let your other senses teach you that all is united through the vulnerable act of learning to be comfortable with the unknown. Right? Closing your eyes opens your heart, and you become united through the vulnerable act of learning to be comfortable with the unknown. Can we be that in our life? Can we open ourselves up to that level of vulnerability? Because so often, what we're afraid of being vulnerable about, it feels like a wound. In fact, it has been a wound in many times. It's been the result of somebody telling you, don't do that, or be quiet, or don't act this way. Or you came out in life in a different format than what the more general human experience wants to say you should be. So your wound, your greatest wound, though, can sometimes, as Carl Jung says, your greatest wound can be your greatest gift. I'm thinking about this woman. Her name is Temple Grandin. Do you know about Temple Grandin? Right? Is she amazing? Her autism is her greatest gift, and also what was earlier told to be her greatest wound. If you don't know about her, she's a livestock husbandry specialist, and she has changed the livestock industry. She's written like 6 books, 2 of them New York Times bestsellers, and all because her autism gave her an ability to relate to animals in a way that others had not been related to animals before, and changed an entire industry because she stepped into, see, what if we knew what your thing, whatever that thing, what if you knew that your thing that was your biggest embarrassment, right, was that you were always told was a thing you should not do, that thing that you believed you should not do, what if you were told that was actually your biggest blessing? And in so being, it's also the world's biggest blessing. If we can step into that space, we become victorious. If we can step into that space, we become victorious. Dr. Holmes tells us that healing is not creating a perfect idea or a perfect body, be it your physical body or the body of your affairs. That's not it. It is revealing an idea which is already perfect. So whatever is that wound, it's already perfect. It's not a wound. It's just something waiting to be revealed to your higher self to unfold. And we must step into that revealing. And that revealing paves the way for meaning and purpose in life. Where did I hear somebody talking about meaning and purpose a little bit ago? Oh, yeah, in your song. Hey. See, in our teaching, we understand what we need to do. We come here, we hear it, I remind you about it, I remind myself about it. You know, you think you only need 1 day a week. I need 7 days a week. That's why I'm a pastor. That's why I'm a minister. I have to remind myself every single day to know, to believe, to accept, and to use this creative power that we have access to, this creative power that we are a part of, so that I can move into a definite creativity by definitely using that power to heal that greatest wound that is within me, to step into that vulnerable space. And it is so scary because something's going to happen. You know what's going to happen? Your greatest gift is going to unfold. But how hard it is to remember that. And then the other thing, you hear me talk about this, you read about this, you get your Science Mind magazine, but the thing to remember is we also need to give ourselves a break. There's got to be divine grace in this, because you see, what to remember is what the mind can't figure out, it goes, it then fears. What the mind can't figure out, it begins to fear. Because we want to know. We want to know. We want to know what to do and what to be and how to get there and how to act and we want all the answers, you see. But sometimes we just have to trust the unseen. We have to trust the unseen so we can enter into our fullness. Sometimes we have to touch our pain so that we can find salvation. Salvation is not some saving from sin. It's from stepping away from living your less self into stepping into your fullest self. You know, you used Brene Brown in your reading, which is a lovely reading. She tells this story about the first time she was getting to speak to non-researchers. She was asked to speak at this. Some of you who've read The Gifts of Imperfection maybe know this story or seen any of her TED Talks. She's talked about this before. So she's going to do this talk, and she agreed to do it and didn't hear anything about the people for a year. And then a couple weeks before the talk, they sent her the other people that were on the platform that day, like Neil deGrasse Tyson and just, like big names. And she's like, oh my God, this is going to be crazy. And then she gets there, and the lady who's running the deal says, so you're going to talk about joy and happiness and how to be joyful and happy? She goes, no. Well, what are you talking about? I'm going to talk about shame. I talk about shame and how to get over shame and embarrassment and guilt and all of that. And the lady goes, oh. In fact, she used the word, she says the woman shrasped. She said it was a kind of a combination between a shriek and a gasp. She was like, no, you're not going to do that. Here's what you're going to do. You're not going to talk about shame. You're not going to mention shame at all. You're going to talk about how to be happy, how to be joyful, and the steps that are necessary to get there. And she was like, oh my God. She said it was the worst speech she ever did because she got out there and she says for 20 minutes she went like, so it's good to be happy and great to be joyful, and how you get to be joyful is to be happy because it's good to be happy and you got to be joyful, and thank you very much. This is the worst speech she'd ever done. She was so embarrassed. And so she was getting ready to do this next speech, and she was even more embarrassed. She said, I'm going to make a fool of myself again. And after telling the story, she realized, I'm not going to make a fool of myself because I'm not going to do that. Because what I understand is I don't do how to. That's just not what I do. That's right. I don't do how to. And then she went to the thing with all the big names later, and she nailed it because she didn't do how to. In fact, she was the number 2 top speaker in all the reviews after it was over. If we can give ourselves a break for what we've done in the past that didn't feel like the right thing, the mistakes that we made or the embarrassments that we felt or whatever that was then, and go into right now everything is okay, and embrace that, and then step into that vulnerable space, we can be victorious in that. Bell Hooks, another one of my favorite people to go to, writes, again and again, wise spiritual teachers share with us the understanding that the journey towards self-actualization and spiritual growth is an arduous one, full of challenges, and usually it's downright difficult. It's not going to be easy. So when you fall flat on your face, do a face plant, boom, don't worry about it. Get up. Give yourself a break. Dust off. Start all over again. And sometimes when the failure happens, and it'll happen, it's sometimes downright difficult. It's not really a failure. It's just an opportunity to do it again. It's a reminder that, okay, that way didn't work, but this next way could because it's an infinite universe full of possibilities, and I'm going to try another possibility there. It's not separation, although it might feel like separation from your good. It's not separation at all. Actually, it's an invitation. It's an invitation. And some of those invitations show up as anxiety. Some of those invitations show up as fear. Some of those invitations show up as depression, or sense of hopelessness. I can't do this, or doubt, I'll never do this, or stagnation, I won't do anything. And all of those things that I just mentioned, those are all part of the invitation. Those are actually the pulls. Those are the doorman and the valet and the host at the door who's going to let you in. That's the one that's opening the door for your joining back. It's not our nature to be separated from anything. Our nature is to live in wholeness. That's who and what we are. We belong to everything, and we want to return. We want to return to that sense of wholeness. We want to return to this wholeness and have the feeling like the raindrop falling from the sky, returning to the ocean. It just goes, oh yeah, I'm home. That's where we want to get to. That's what we're calling ourselves for, right? And when we can drop back into that ocean space, then the ancient conversation can begin again. Where body and heart are one. Where mind and mind are one. Where we get released from the exile that says I can't and step into that space, that enter that liminal space. You know, that liminal space, that invitational space, that entry point. And through the entry point is a space called vulnerability. We must get there through that difficult, downright challenging situation. There was this guy who was walking on this path on his way to some country store, and there was a big old bull right in the middle of the road. Oh my God, what am I going to do? He's standing back, he's looking at the bull, and the bull's just like, I got this is the only way I can go. I can't go around him. There's a cliff on this side, a big rock wall on that side. I got it. So after sitting there a while, he goes, okay. So he walks up to the bull, grabs the bull by the horns and says, all right, you're either going to move out of the way or it's going to be me and you. And the bull says, well, it's about time. He just lays right down. I've been waiting for you to give you a ride. Face the bull. Grab it by the horns. It's waiting to give you a ride. Now, hopefully your bull is a metaphorical bull like the one I'm talking about. I wouldn't recommend doing this to a real bull. But you get the drift, right? This is what we're here to do. Back to my friend Says, who has that wonderful quote before. It says, it is through our feelings of separation that we are made ready to receive our union again. When we're feeling separate, when it feels hopeless, and when you're feeling anxiety, when you're feeling in doubt, when you're feeling stagnated and you don't know what to do, that's great. That is God saying, I am here. Be a raindrop, fall from the cloud, I will catch you, and we will be one. That's what's happening in that moment. That's what we get to do, you see. So all the things that are happening in our lives, life is happening for us, not to us and not against us, for us. All the bad too, all of it. It's coming to give us this opportunity to explore our greatness, to live like the butterfly. It's not a beast coming to get you. It's butterfly. Open up to the butterfly. Open up to your purpose and to your love. Open up to it. Your individual purpose and the love that is part of the universe. Because that is our purpose. The purpose of everything is really for the impulsion of love to be manifest and to be expressed. You know, there's this place where it feels like the life is mean sometimes. And it feels so difficult. But sometimes the meanness and the difficulty is really when we apply love to it, it gives us the power to cope with those situations, to move through those difficult situations. Thomas Merton says that love is our true destiny. Love is our true destiny. And we do not find the meaning of life by ourselves alone. We find it with another. We find it with another. Another person is what you might think of at first. And I thought that too. But as I sat with this quote, because it called to me, and I just love Tommy Merton. I call him Tommy. We're really good buddies. And I was thinking about, find it with another. And like I said, at first I thought person, but then I thought, no. Find it with another part of ourselves. There's another part of ourselves that's always waiting to unfold and to move forward, to bring into more wholeness. And there's also another part of the world that we can apply ourselves to, that we can apply that loving destiny to. I ask you, what if you did what you really naturally love to do on a regular basis? What if you did or do what you think about most of the time and gave your attention to that? Or what if you did what you get lost in, where you sit down, you're going to do it for 30 minutes, and 4 hours later, you're still doing it? What are those things? Where are you at home in your skin, comfortable in your skin? Where is it that your heart sings? If you have an answer to those questions, and you're not doing any of those things, the doorway to the success and the joy of your life, the doorway to the victory in your life, is the vulnerable space to step into that face of love. It's scary, doubtful, feel fearful, but it's vulnerable. And when you do it, You're victorious. And so it is. So, here we go. And you guys, you really like yourselves, don't you? I noticed that. I noticed that when we were reading that. I really like that a lot. Oh, before we do this, we had first off, I love that we are a big column B group of people. That was really lovely. B for balance, all that good stuff. That's great. But what was in column A?
It's a song called Sun Will Rise, but the one they chose is so much more appropriate.
The one we chose was Dynamite. Dynamite. So the other was Sun Will Rise.
Yeah.
Is it like on a CD or something like that?
Yeah, there is a CD that has that, yeah.
So we got to look. So this is a marketing opportunity.
I'm not sure you where to find them, though, because I don't carry them around much.
That's all right. We know how. We got internet. We can find you.
Yeah.
All right.
iTunes.
iTunes. See, you can buy it on iTunes.
iTunes.
Name of the song again is
Sun Will Rise.
Column A was Sun Will Rise, but we liked column. We really loved column B. Wow, that was. Whew, I'm still on column B. All right, here we go. Let's do it together. You ready? I live triumphantly through living authentically, and I like me. Yeah, try that again. I like me. Doesn't it make you smile to say that? Yeah. Let's step into our revealing prayer moment. And let's know the truth of ourselves at this moment and bring forth what we've been talking about. And that is to know that there is this one life, this one presence that is God itself, manifesting as each and every one of us. We are that raindrop, and in this moment we fall into the ocean, and we feel the warmth, the unity, the comfort, the at-homeness of being in that space. And in that space, there is all power, there is all energy. The energy of the ocean is so immense, the waves crashing upon the shore. And at the same time, there's that slight little trickle of sound as the waters of a bay dance across the rocks. It's so sweet. So it is in that sweet moment that we are in right now that I call forth this powerful recognition for each and every one of us that we are here for divine purpose, that each and every idea in our minds that we are called to at the soul level of our being, at the sailor inner knowingness, is right now easily expressed by the actions of our life. There is nothing standing in the way of our good. We are powerful beings. We like ourselves. No, we love ourselves, and we take that love and we step forth into the world doing fantastic and wonderful things for ourselves, bringing about more harmony, allowing ourselves to experience more prosperity, having the experiences and the joy that bring harmony and happiness to all the places that we go. And I'm not saying that we're running around going la, 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 dancing and everything. Sometimes it just doesn't feel all that good. And when it doesn't feel that good, we go, yeah, but we got this divine power that says this is part of the journey. And we take it anyway. And we move into it. And we say yes to it. And the universe says, yes, back. You've got it. You've figured that one out. Move on to the next step. And so as we move forward with joy and grace, as we move forward in ease, if we move forward in the bliss of life itself, we say, thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Divine Presence. Thank you, Infinite Spirit, for this truth of our being unfolding through our way of being here and now, where everything is all right. And so it is. Oh, we're going to switch gears. Whew, there you go. Talk about, let's see. Well, those are the ways to give. I was trying to think if there's anything that happened at the board meeting that we need to report back to you, but it's just wonderful. The biggest thing happening is that Joe is joining the staff. I'm really excited about that. And let's do this so we can pay him. That'd be a good idea. All right, here's our affirmation. You ready? Divine love, it's doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for CSL Simi Valley. Now, divine love is victorious. Here's your announcements for the week, including the concert on Saturday.
I'm so grateful for the CSL community and their generosity and their loving presence. May this offering spread into the world. May this bless CSL see me and make the world a better place for all. And so it is.
So it is. All right, one more from Ray. Woohoo!
So first, I'd like to thank you, Cherie Deeds, and the house band. Wonderful group of musicians. Thank you, everybody. They're doing it just right. They're doing it just right. And listen, this is a song of transformation, and it might get a little bit funky in here.
Okay.
I just want to warn you. It might just a little bit. So if you feel so inspired to, stand up and shake something that hasn't shook in a while, go ahead. It's all right. I ain't mad at you. Ain't mad at you. I won't be mad. 1, 2, 3, thought he was an average man, average face and average hands, average feet set square on the middle tier. Yeah, satisfied with his mild success, as much as any average man could expect, until the day he was beset by his greatest fear. It all started with a feeling so intense that time and space stood still. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? And miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. Yeah, for the average man. Said all his life, he said he'd find the nerve to stretch and reach beyond the bell curve, but never did for fear of drawing back an empty hand. He said, what's an average man to do with so little time and all the things to think through? Maybe I should just stick to what I understand. But he couldn't shake the feeling now. A feeling so immense it filled the whole blue sky. He said, what if I was born for greatness?
What if I?
What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? And miracles and wonders was the for the average man. Come on, come on. He always thought he was an average man, average face and average hands, average feet set square on the middle tier. Hey, hey, yeah. What if I was born for greatness?
What if I?
What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity is never in the stars for me? And miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. Yeah, for the average man.
Here we go.
I got to sing, say na 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 na. Sing it with us, sing na 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 na. Yeah, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Sing na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Get a little funkified in here. A little funkified in here.
Right on.
Oh, nice, nice. Na 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 na.
Yeah.
That's fun. That was fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, now they're asking for column A. You got to come back. You got to come back real soon. You got to get you back on the docket. Got to get you back on the schedule.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely
Grateful,
did love it.
great service. So much, so wonderful, and it's really sweet to see so many people that are stepping up. And it's good to have you back, Randy. It was good to. I'm glad you had a good time away. And Sherry, good to have you back. And happy belated anniversary to you and John, right? And hey, Steve, I'm sorry, the glory days are over. It's now back to the Soul Purpose Band. But you had your week. It was the Steve Fowler Band for a whole week. Yeah! Dee, great job on the slides today. Our service team is to Kathy Burt with support from Costa. Karen is here for anybody that's new and you want to have a packet. Ron is our stage manager. He had the day off because Ray just didn't want the keyboard to be moved back and forth, and we didn't want to see Ron have to carry that up and down every time he had a song anyway, so that worked out great. Welcome to Karen, our practitioner of the day. Good to have you here. Wonderful prayers. And she will be available for you for treatment after service right underneath the exit sign to the right, left, your left, my right. Okay? Gregory, wonderful job up in the booth. Thank you for the new artist announcement slide. I really liked that. That was really sweet. And I think I covered everybody. Does Dr. Susan have children today? Is Emily here? Yes! Come on out. Dr. Susan doing her thing with Emily on Cosmic Kid Time. Okay, they're going to bring her in, but we'll get to hear a song a little extra long time. I don't know if anybody noticed that Jeff and Peggy are here, came down from Reading to hang with us. Here they come. They're back there partying. I'll just hand this right to Emily. No, Emily, here you go. You're on.
Go for it.
What'd you do?
Okay, so what we did today is I put some leaves on a circle, and I put in some stuff. I put family, my dogs, funny, love, my brothers, food, burgers, and creative. Grateful.
All right. We like that. Now, it's burgers and curry, two different meals, not curry burger, but curries.
Like burger, like a bun with meat and cheese.
She didn't know what a burger was.
Just in case.
I'm good. I have been schooled. I got it. I'm down with that. It's good to see you.
This is a completion of a project that we did many months ago. Emily had this paper, and on the paper it was a picture of a little girl. And so she wrote all of the things that she attributed to herself as to who she is and how she shows up in the world. And so my job was to take that and to picture frame it onto a pillow.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So the colors represent her energy, her love of life, and the way she expresses, which is through beauty and joy and just the brilliance of who she is.
Wonderful.
And it shows up in the colors of the pillow.
Wow.
Lovely. Lovely.
There you are.
All right. Well, you know, we're not going to start because we'll all start crying right now. But just want to remind everybody that next week, Sunday, we'll be doing some special things for Dr. Susan. And so if you know anybody who's ever been here, particularly any youth, and they haven't been here lately, please tell them that we're having the celebration next week so they can show up and be a part of it, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to just do our very best to embarrass you all day long. Okay, you ready? You ready for that?
Started Thursday.
Yeah, we did. It started Thursday at the board meeting. All right. Let's all stand for our closing benediction, and we'll sing. Here we go, and ready. I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love.
Love be with you, peace unfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth come through you, make it flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you, ooh, love be with you, ooh, love be with you. All together, hand in hand, lead the line and take the stand. We are changing. Whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free and share this blessing. Love be with you, peace unfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth come through you, make good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, 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 love be with you. Ray, you want to reprise any song, or do we usually do another? They love you. Get up there, do whatever one you want.
Are we doing column A?
More Ray.
We're gonna do column A, everybody. We're gonna do column A.
No, we'll do a little.
Oh, you're not doing column A? Oh no, he's not. He's not.
Reprising a song.
Oh, you're gonna play the one you did?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. A little more of the funky tune. A little more of the funky tune. All right. You still got to go to iTunes for the other one.
Little last chorus. What if I was born for greatness?
What if I was alive?
What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? The miracles and the wonders of the past. Whatever is that? Only with you we are free. It's true. We the greatest song will sing na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. 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 Na 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 na.
Darlene. Woo! Darlene.
Dance party.